There was once a young man. His name was Daniel. He came from a place where dreams were big, but pockets were empty. Daniel was not born rich. He had no special privilege. But he had something stronger than money, a burning desire to change his story. The world looked at him and saw nothing. But Daniel looked at himself and saw a future. Every morning, Daniel woke up before the sun, not because he wanted to, but because life demanded it. He carried heavy blocks at a construction site. His back ached, his hands were blistered, and for a full day's work, he earned barely enough to eat one meal. When others rested, Daniel kept pushing. When others laughed at him, Daniel kept smiling. He said to himself, "This pain is not forever. My story is not finished yet." At night, while others slept, Daniel lit a small lantern and studied. The smoke from the lantern stung his eyes. His body begged for rest. But his heart whispered, "Keep going. This pain will not last forever." People mocked him. "Daniel, you think your books will change your life? Look at your torn shoes. Look at your empty pockets." But Daniel only smiled and quietly whispered to himself, "Laugh today, but tomorrow you will understand." Life didn't make it easy. He was tempted with shortcuts, dirty deals, fast money, easy pleasure. It was tempting, very tempting. But Daniel refused. He said, "I'd rather sweat in honesty today than swim in shame tomorrow." Because of this, he lost friends. He walked alone. He ate alone. And sometimes, he cried alone. But he never allowed loneliness to kill his dream. Instead, he used his tears as fuel to keep pushing forward. One rainy evening, tired and hungry, Daniel picked up a flyer from the ground. It read, "Business Innovation Competition. Winner gets seed funding to start a company." Daniel's heart raced. Could this be his chance? He had no fine suit, no sponsors, no big name behind him. Only his mind, his faith, and his determination. Night after night he prepared, writing proposals on torn paper, practicing speeches in front of a cracked mirror, believing, truly believing, that one day the world would finally listen. The day of the competition came. Others laughed at him, whispering, "Look at his clothes. Who does he think he is?" But when Daniel opened his mouth to speak, silence filled the hall. His words carried struggle. His words carried fire. His words carried hope. The judges rose to their feet, applauding. Daniel had won, and his tomorrow had finally begun. But winning was not the end. It was only the beginning. With the little he won, Daniel started a small business. But success did not come easily. His first business almost failed. He was betrayed by a partner. He drowned in debt again. Many thought he was finished. But Daniel remembered his motto, "Struggle today, success tomorrow." He refused to quit. He learned from every mistake. Each failure became a stepping stone. Slowly, the small business began to grow. The boy who once carried blocks was now building companies. The young man with torn shoes now wore polished ones. The same people who mocked him before now came to him for help. Years later, Daniel stood on a great stage, facing thousands of dreamers. He looked at the crowd. He raised his hands, and he said, "Look at me. I was once a poor boy, carrying blocks at a construction site. I had no food, no clothes, no friends. But I had hope. I believed that if I struggled today, I would succeed tomorrow. And I was right. So to you, sitting there, tired, broken, ready to give up, remember this: your pain today is building your strength for tomorrow. Do not quit. Success is closer than you think." The crowd roared. Some clapped. Some cried. Some felt hope for the very first time. Later that night, Daniel sat alone at home. On the table before him was a pair of old, torn shoes, the same shoes people once mocked. He picked them up, smiled, and whispered, "These shoes carried me through fire, but they also carried me into greatness." And then Daniel closed his eyes and gave thanks, because his story had proven a truth for all time. Struggle today, success tomorrow. No matter what you face, never give up. Your crown is waiting just beyond the pain. Struggle today, success tomorrow. Never give up. Your story is still being written.